for my niggas. Pray you understand me. I might put a switch on this Glock and call it young baby. How you real trigger know that you a bird feeder? Claiming he a demon. What's a demon to a cold leader? What he saying something, I ain't hear him. This shit locked. It ain't on who got the gun, it's on who gon' up that pipe first. I turn a bad situation to a game changer. Bring soldiers from the dead, just raised up the chain frame. Shots, I'ma look like Aaron Jones when I run it. Never break the hand in pieces, you'll never get that hand back. He bitchin' about 10%, I don't wanna hear none of that. He dropping sword, fuck him, just make sure you get that cover back. Look around, he ain't with us, probably cause he never was. Now my chin like you with the angels for your brothers. Everybody wanna be Richard Porter, God kill him like Alpo. Play if he want, it's laying in the trunk like Lee Malvo. I'm a certified woman's ass nigga, I am not a toy. Hey, out with that hollow side, yeah, this the real McCoy. Feel like Gullah Jack when I'm in Fayetteville, you feel your boy. Still about my bread, still I think that's all that I do. The way I get it, boy, lost, they gon' start to call him Elroy. Fuck his game, pop out on them demons like I'm Hellboy.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put millions of my people. Yes, you said so. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right. That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacle set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never our home. Only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting. The trail of my tears is countless. Main fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles and make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be. Slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage and safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash. Get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in this body, you fit a Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Von Dale. Payback Jackson bitch in a dress. She a bombshell. Revenge is served cold. I just hope they make an oxtail. Glock fresh out the box. I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in a world of mass shooters. There was design fire for our babies to pass through. And the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous. I bought brand new parabellums.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
Don't think I got this lifestyle, that's my boss, bitch, and my wordplay. Hey, when I get mad, turn Scarface. How when I get mad, turn the Sharface. Yeah, nigga. Fuck, I'm talking about that. Hey, tell me how it is, tell me how you feel, tell me what it is, tell me what you wanna do. Put sad boy plotting on who. I done seen it all before I came through. Must well understand, nigga, I'm in the truth, lame ass nigga. But these crackers tryna shoot shit my way. 100 down rides on the highway. Only thing I got in this lifestyle, that's my boss, bitch, and my wordplay. Hey, when I get mad, turn the Scarface. Now when I get mad, turn the Sharface. Yeah, I'm up in South Beach with this shit, nigga, Miami. Fuck on me. Tell me how it is, tell me how you feel, tell me what it is. I'm always in the field, always dressed to kill, nigga. What the fuck you talking about? But yeah, what's that boy? But you ain't talking about nothing, but you ain't making noise. You ain't on that shit, that shit thought you was. Who the fuck these niggas thought they was? They don't even know that, Shooting at me and I'm a throwback. I don't look back, that's a throwback. No, I don't look on that boy. Get shot at the tough, that's a toe tag. Lame man, cracker don't want man. But these people wanna know everything. But the booze and the chica. I tell these soft ass boys how to think. When I'm on my let it hang. Yeah, my nutsack on these fuck niggas when I don't give a fuck. What they be hating on cause I'm up, nigga. What the fuck, nigga? Who the fuck these niggas thought they was? Yeah, all the time a nigga growing. All the time a nigga knowing. Gotta stack it up. Tell me how it is, tell me how you feel, tell me what it is. Gotta flip the deal, gotta keep the steel, kill a big kid. Nah, nigga, for real, I'm ready for the real. Nigga, I'm ready for the war, nigga. But they crack tryna shoot shit my way. 100 down rounds on the highway. Only thing I got in this lifestyle, that's my boss, bitch, and my wordplay. Hey, when I get mad, turn the Scarface. Now when I get mad, turn the Scarface. We up here with the scene, nigga, with the Colombians. Tell me how it is, tell me how it feel. Always just a kid, shoot 'em up. While X out your rank, walking on your sand. On the highway, chasing out the bands. Boy, wanna hate, they don't understand. Boy, wanna hate, soft two cans. Sam, man, nigga. I told you for that nigga, they don't know it. Yeah, chasing out the one, I love that shit. Cause the thrill of the hunt keep me on my shit. Yeah, that dagger on my hip with a stand-up clip. Yeah, motherfucker, whoop your ass. We're motherfucking fat. Fuck them buzzers, nigga. You know we here, honey. We got more to do. Hey, call nigga Sharface, nigga. What the fuck you talking about? Yeah.
Shalom. This is to all Israelite groups and all Israelite communities and all breakoffs from One West and breakoffs from breakoffs from breakoffs from breakoffs. No matter what rainbow uniform you wear, red, white, purple and white, all white, it don't matter. You should all treat the ISUPK like your weird, misunderstood Sabbaths. You shouldn't do anything until you counsel with the ISUPK. We'll tell you when and what to eat. We'll tell you who to marry. We'll tell you who to have sex with and how. We'll tell you how to resolve conflicts with your wives. We'll tell you how to resolve conflicts with your kids, your brothers, your sisters, your parents, your friends, everybody. We'll tell you when and how to pray. We'll tell you how to direct your life in a way that's pleasing to the Most High God of Israel and our Black King Yahushua, aka Jesus Christ. We will be to you instead of a God. Just like the Most High told Moses in Exodus 4:16 that Aaron would be to him instead of a mouth and he would be to Aaron instead of a God, that's what we'll do for you. It is what you all need because none of you know what the fuck you are doing. I pray you understand. Shalom.
We up. Oh man. State your name, rank, and registry.
Mapatasa, Bamba Yum Yum Banyashara.
Mapatasa, Banyan Yum Yum, Banyan Sha'ala.
Shalom Yabashara Shabakata.
Salam Shabakata.
Ya Sharala.
Well, I'll stand and face the east. Get the Lord's Prayer. The Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew, Avnau. Shabbat Shema. Kodash. Yah. Shakah. Yahweh. Malakuka. Kabaha. Ratzka. Yah. Asha. Baratza. Kawa. Yah. Bashamayim. Nathaniel. Come. Call. Yawam. Kasalagno. Kabawabno. Kasalagno. Kabawabno. Wala'a. Tabiya Nawab. Vanessa Yawan. Abab. Habashinawa. Bayan. Ra. Kaya. Dakar. Malakwa. La'ala. Mataparat. La Lom Lom. Aman.
This Lord's Prayer in English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth. As it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. And forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. So be it.
It's the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh. Hashem. Yahushua. Yahushua. Zani Nawab. Akak. Lafa'a. Kal Madawa. Akak. Lata'ah. Matzah Rayom.
Akak, Lahakuyum, Amatium, Akak, Arakawat, Hatamala, the Garsh, Bashim, Yawashai, Dawada, Aman.
This is the power in English. Lord, in the name of Yahushua, please give us the power.
Please give us the power.
The power to heal all manner of sickness.
The power to heal all manner of sickness.
And all manner of disease.
And all manner of disease.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to raise the dead.
The power to raise the dead.
The power against unclean spirits.
The power against unclean spirits.
To cast them out in the name of Yahushua.
Cast them out in the name of Yahushua.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it. It's the blessings in the Hebrew. Barak, Atah, Yahweh, Wa Yahushua, Amak Yahweh, Wa Aliyam, Matazabah, Alawak, Yahana, Awabiyam, Asari Yum Yum, Hakwataza Yum, Hakwa Yayam, Waha Akwabiyam, Yahweh, Bashim, Yahushua, Dawada, Aman.
It's the blessings in English. Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahushua.
And Yahushua.
And Michael.
And Michael.
And the angels.
And the angels.
Commander General Yohana.
Commander General Yohana.
The generals.
The generals.
The captains.
The captains.
The officers.
The officers.
The troopers.
The troopers.
And the sisters.
And the sisters.
Yahweh in the name of Yahushua.
Yahweh in the name of Yahushua.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it. Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ah. Ayayan. Yum. Mayam. Yaba'ah. Azayah. Ma'aim. Yahweh. Ashah. Shamayam. Baratza. Ayatan. Lamawat. Galka. Yanawam. Shamarka. Anah. La'ah. Yanawam. Wala'ah. Yayashan. Shawamar. Yasha'ala. Yahweh. Shamarka. Yahweh. Tazalka. Ayad. Yamyanka. Yawamam. Ashamash. La'ah. Yakakab. Wayarak. Walayala. Yahweh. Yashamarka. Makarah. Yashamar. Anapashka. Yahweh. Yashamar. Tazaatka. Wawaka. Mata. Wa'ad. Awalam.
This is Psalms 121 in English. I will lift up my eyes unto the hills. From whence cometh my help?
From which cometh my help?
My help cometh from the Lord.
My help cometh from Yahweh,
which made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee will not suffer.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep.
He that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
Sun shall not smite thee,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
And thy coming in.
and thy coming in.
From this time forth.
From this time forth
And even forevermore.
even forevermore. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahaya. Adamayalaka. Altakarash. Waltashakwat. Kayana. Awayabyaka. Yahama Yawan. Umasina Yaka. Nasha'awa. Rash. Alamaka. Yaira Yamwa. Sawad. Wayatazawa. Altazapanyaka. Marvel. Kawa. Wanaki Yadam. Magalia. Wala'ah. Yazakar. Shamyasha'ala. Awad. Kaya. Nawatawazu. La. Yakabwa. Al-Yaka. Waryath. Yakarabwa. Al-Halya. Adamam. Wayashima Yalom. Mo'aba. Wahakar Yum. Wabal. Wamawan. Wamalak. Walashah. Amashabya. Tazawar. Gamashawar. Nalawar. Imam.
How you are? Zarwad. The Banya Lawat. Salah. Ashalaham. Gamagyan. Kasa Yasara. Kayabyan. Barakal. Washawan. Nashamadwa. Bayanda Aura. Hayawa. Daman. Laramar. Shaytamu. Naliyamawa. Karab. Wakazaaba. Wakazabak. Wakatizamanai. Kaunasa Salaki. Kaunasa Yakamwa. Ashar. Amawa. Nashar. Nanawa. Ta. Nawaz. Alahayim. Alahaya. Shaytamu. Kokagala. Kwash. The Panyawaka. Kaash. The Byra Yaira. Wakalahaba. Talahat. Haryam. Khan. Rapadma. Wasawaka. Wawazapatka. Tabahalam. Malaa. Anyaham. Palawan. Wayabakwashwa. Shimka. Yawa. Wayabashwa. Wayabahalumyo. Ayayat Salaki. Ayayat. Wayakaparwa. Wayakabagwa. Wayadawa. Kaya. Ta. Shimka. Yawa. Labaka. Ayawan. Alkaharataza.
This book of Psalms, chapter 83, verse 1. Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still, O Yahweh.
And be not still, O Yahweh.
For lo, thine enemies make a turmoil.
Thine enemies make a turmoil.
And they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
And they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
They have consulted against thy hidden ones.
They have said,
Come,
and let us cut them off from being a nation.
Let us cut them off from being a nation.
That the name of Israel may be no more remembered.
The name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
For they have consulted together with one consent.
They have consulted together with one consent.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against thee.
The tabernacles of Edom.
The tabernacles of Edom.
And the Israelites.
And the Israelites.
Of Moab.
And
the Hagrites.
Hagrites.
The Baal.
Baal.
And Ammon. And Amalek.
Amalek.
The Philistines.
Philistines.
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
Assur
also is joined with them.
Assur also is joined with them.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
They hope in the children of Lot.
Salah. Do unto them. As unto the Midianites.
As to the Midianites.
As to Sisera.
As
to Jabin.
As to Jabin.
At the brook of Kison.
At the brook of Kison.
Which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth.
They became as dung for the earth.
Make their nobles like Oreb.
Make their nobles like Oreb.
And like Zeb.
And like Zeb.
Yea. All their princes as the moon.
All their princes as Zebulun.
And as Salmuna.
And as Salmuna.
Who said? Let us take to ourselves. The houses of God in possession.
The houses of God in possession.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Make them like a wheel.
Make them like a wheel.
As a stubble before the wind.
As a stubble before the wind.
As a fire burneth the wood.
As a fire burneth the wood.
As a flame saith the mouth is on fire.
As a flame saith the mouth is on fire.
So persecute them.
Persecute them.
With thy tempest. And make them afraid with thy storm.
Make them afraid with thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame. That they may seek thy name, O Yahweh.
That they may seek thy name, O Yahweh.
Let them be confounded.
Let them be confounded.
And troubled forever.
Yea.
Let them be put to shame.
Let them be put to shame.
And perish. That men may know.
That
thou whose name alone is Yahweh. Art the most high of all the earth.
Maybe see it. Shalom Yahweh Salakia. Shalom Yahweh Barakatah. To the brothers. Shalom Shamar Alatha Bashim Yavashai to the sisters. Salaki, I get a little tongue tied. This is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. That's the ISUPK. This is the Sabbath service brought to you by the Dallas camp. We're going to be in Deuteronomy chapter 31, starting at verse 10. Give me 1 second here. See if I can't tighten this picture up a little bit for you guys.
The light, got the brightest light.
What's that?
The light is on the brightest setting.
I don't know.
That looks good.
I'll have to see if you can turn it up.
Looks so out there.
It's too loud. Okay.
There we go.
Oh, now I gotta change it again. Salaki, everyone. We just trying to get this set up for you guys. For your viewing pleasure. Tell me when I'm good.
There's a little delay, so.
Gotcha. I think we're gonna rock with this right here. It's gonna be
That's
alright.
the one.
Okay. Alright, let me put a little of these up in there. Kamash checking in. What else we got there? Whoa. Kamash. I see you corrected it. I'm not even gonna speak on it. Officer Taquan checking in. The water, sir. Alright, give me 1 second. I'm gonna bring up this Hebrew so we can get started there. You wanna give it a shot at the Hebrew? Let me see, is that 31? Wait, were we in 31 or 32? You told me 31 last night. So like, is this 31?
Oh, okay.
Verse 10. Alright. Yeah, we're gonna do 31, we'll start at 10. Alright. So we're starting out in verse 10. This is the, not Deuteronomy, Exodus 31. Salaki for that.
So that's when you left off. It was 32.
It was 32?
Oh, okay.
I thought so.
Is it 32 on there?
Yeah, 32. Okay. I don't
Where
remember.
is it 32?
I don't remember what verse it was. So we will just start. Let's start at verse 9. Let's start at verse 9. All right. So book of Exodus, I'm going to do 9 and 10. This is book of Exodus, chapter 32, verses 9 and 10 in the Hebrew. Wayamar, Yahweh, All, Mashah, Rayathiah, Oth, Haim, Hazah, Wahana, Aim, Hushah, Arak, Hawa'ah, verse 10, Waitah, Haniyakah, Layal, Waikar, Apiyah, Baham, Wa'akalam, Wa'aisha, Awatak, Lagawaya, Ladawa.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 32, verse 9 and 10 in English. And the Lord said unto Moses, I have seen this people, and behold, it is a stiff-necked people. Verse 10. Now therefore let me alone, that my wrath may wax hot against them, and that I may consume them, and I will make of thee a great nation.
So basically, the Lord is telling Moses that our people are stiff-necked, pretty much hard-headed people, in which we are. And I believe we'll continue to be that. It's just some of us, unfortunately, we learn the hard way. It's just what it is. About a hard knock life. So the Lord is telling Moses, leave me alone. The Lord is being a nigga right there. You know what I'm saying? Leave me alone, man. Let me wax hot against them. You know what I mean? Let me do my thing. They done ran me hot. But I'll make a great nation. I'll make a great nation though, in which we are a great nation. Even on the bottom, we're a great nation. You know what I mean? Even in our lowest estate, the whole world still looks at us. Right. I mean, you think about it for a second. If we're nothing, we're in the ghettos, the slums, the projects, whatever you want to call them. Why does the whole world still talk about us on a consistent basis? You know what I mean? Look like they would only talk about the famous of us, like the basketball players, the football players, stuff like that. But no, they talk about everything we do. So, we are a great nation. We may not be in power. That's something different. But we are definitely a great nation. All right, let's go ahead and keep going. 11 and 12 in the book of Exodus, chapter 32, verses 11 and 12 in the Hebrew. Wayakal, Mashah, Av, Panya, Yahweh, Allah Yawam, Salakia, Allah Yawa, Wayamar, Lamar, Yahweh, Yakara, Apak, Bamak, Ashar, Hawataza Af, Marataza, Matazariyam, Bakak, Lagawal, Wabayad, Hazakwa, verse 12, Lamar, Yamawa, Matazariyam, Lamar, Marah, Hawataza Ya'am, Laharad, Atam, Bahariyam, Walakalatam, Ma'al, Panya, Hadama, Shawab, Makarawan, Apak, Wahanakam, Al, Hara'ah, Lamak.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 32, verse 11 and 12 in English. And Moses besought the Yahweh his God, and said, Lord, why doth thy wrath wax hot against thy people, which thou hast brought forth out of the land of Egypt, with great power and with a mighty hand? Verse 12. Wherefore should the Egyptians speak and say, for mischief did he bring them out to slay them in the mountains, and to consume them from the face of the earth? Turn from thy fierce wrath and repent of this evil against thy people.
So Moses is sitting there like, what you mad for? That's basically, you gotta look at it how we talk. Moses is like, what you mad for? Like, you the one came and got us. You the one came over here and said for me to go to Pharaoh tell him all this stuff and tell him to let the people go. And you the one did all of these plagues to them and all of this. You the one split the Red Sea. Now you mad? What you mad at us for? You know?
So I get more basic. Yeah. What Moses is saying is like, that just is basically gonna look at it like you saved these people, you brought them all the way out captivity just to kill them in the mountains. Just to kill them. Yeah.
That's what he's saying in verse 12. Like you brought them all this way just to kill them. Like what kind of God is you? Is what you know.
Well,
like,
go ahead. He's discussing saying to the Lord, this is how they're gonna look at you. You know, this.
Now I think Moses is saying this as well, because you got to think Moses is the centerpiece of this. He's at the very heart of the whole thing. He was the one that was chosen. He was the one that had to go alone and well, Aaron and was it Miriam? Is that her name? I can't think of her name right now. I always forget her name. No. That, it was Aaron, and then it was I can't think of her name. I want to say Miriam, but anyway, they were with him because Aaron was his mouthpiece. But he was at the heart of this. So he's basically look at it like this. He's basically looking at it like Jonah, right? How Jonah, he told him to go to Nineveh, and Jonah was like, "I'm not going to Nineveh." The Lord's like, "You going to Nineveh?" I'm not going to Nineveh, Lord. Why am I not going to Nineveh? Because you say you angry with him and you're gonna kill him, but at the end of the day, you're gonna forgive him, and it's gonna be a waste of my time. But Moses, dealing with the Lord for the first time in his life, he don't know the Lord like that. So he's just following the instructions, which makes him different from everybody else, because he's following instructions to the T. He's doing what the Lord telling him to do. He's not so much questioning it. He's got great faith. Now he done did all of this stuff. He done pissed the Egyptians off. He done watched their firstborns of everything. Children and animals die. He done watched their rivers turn into blood. He done frogs just plaguing the place, flies, everything else. He done seen his people, cross this river or this sea. And at the end of it, the Lord is mad at the people and acting like he want to kill the people. And so Moses is like confounded right now. Like, okay. Yeah, he's confounded. Like, I mean, think about it. If I had you do a whole bunch of stuff, and then at the end of it, I'm like, man, this is some buzz, man. You gonna look at me like, what you mad for? So this is how Moses, like, he's not understanding. Why are you mad, man? What you mad about? But we're not to question why the Lord is mad, because the Lord can be mad whenever he wants to be mad. He can destroy whoever he wants to destroy. He can lift up who he wants to lift up. It is for us to get out of our emotions. Moses should have just fell back and let the Lord do what the Lord does. Okay. Yeah. So let's go to verses 13 and 14. Exodus chapter 32, verses 13 and 14 in the Hebrew. Zakar la abarayham la yataza kak wala yasha ra'al abarayak ashar nashaba'at laham bakar wata dabar alaham araba zara'akam kakawakabaya hashamayam wakal haradza haza'at ashar amathaya atan lazara'akam wanakalawa Lalum, verse 15. Wayapan, Wayarad, Masha, Mana, Hahar, Washanaya, Lakath, Hadath, Baydawa, Lakath, Katabayam, Mashanaya, Abrayaham, Mazah, Umazah, Ham, Katayam.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 32, verse 13 and 14 in English. Remember Abraham, Isaac, and Israel, thy servants to whom thou swearest by thine own self, and saidest unto them, I will multiply your seed as the stars of heaven. And all this land that I have spoken of will I give unto your seed, and they shall inherit it forever. Verse 14. And the Lord repented of the evil which he thought to do unto his people.
So the Lord basically heard Moses. And so he fell back from what he was going to do. And he told Moses, I'm going to bless your people. I'm going to give you the land that I promised. I'm going to do all these things. That is where the faith comes in. Because that's the Lord's testimony that he's telling, right? But the faith comes in that we believe what the Lord said that it's going to happen. And that's what Moses had that a lot of people didn't have, was that faith that, he had faith. He had shown his faith in believing the Lord when he was telling him to go do all these things in Egypt. So the Lord is giving the testimony unto Moses, and Moses being Moses, he's going to obey it. The question is the people going to obey it? Go ahead.
I was just going to say, in this 13 and 14 you just read, it just made me think that's the good thing about being Israel.
Right.
And knowing that we serve a true living God and the most high power God.
Right.
He was able to change his mind. He was able to repent himself from the evil.
Right.
Because of Moses' faith and asking him,
right.
With sorrow in his heart, please,
Exactly.
And so that we serve a true living God.
Right.
Not a rock.
Right. That's right.
That you circle,
Yeah.
We got a guy that
kiss a dumb stone.
Exactly.
Right. Speaking of that, if somebody could somebody find the scripture would say what profited to be a Jew, because that speaks to what you're saying. We are rewarded so much. Like when you think about it, really think about what's going on here. We were in captivity in Egypt. We were in a unjust captivity at that, because Joseph, prior to that, had saved Egypt. He had saved Egypt and everybody around through his wisdom and his faith in the Lord. And then another Pharaoh comes in and is like, damn all that. Y'all are our slaves. Y'all are our servants. You know what I mean? Y'all are our second-class citizens. And so we were suffering. But even in our suffering, we multiplied. And we multiplied. And then the Egyptians saw that we were multiplying. They got scared. And that just shows who we are. And then again, the Lord comes to save us like he's always done. I got you. And we still go back to doing the same old. It's like we can't be consistent in our faith and in our obedience. We just get, I don't know, we get relaxed. Go ahead.
Carl Kotzer, the scripture that
Go
we're
ahead.
looking for, it's
Yeah.
in Romans.
Go ahead, read. Can you
Carl
read from
Kotzer. This is the book of Romans, chapter 3, verse 1. What advantage then hath the Jew?
So the question is, what advantage is it to be a Jew? A Jew in this context is encompassing pretty much the whole 12 tribes of Israel. Go ahead.
Carl Kotzer. Or what profit is there of circumcision?
So what profit is it to be circumcised or uncircumcised? And we're not talking about in a physical sense. We're talking about in a mental sense, right? So what profit is to be circumcised? What profits it to have a Holy Spirit versus all the other spirits that are on the earth? Go ahead.
Carl Kotzer, verse 2. Much every way, chiefly, because that unto them were committed the oracles of Yahweh.
So there it goes right there. In verse 12, it's telling you, or the Lord's telling you all the things he's going to do. And we were set up to be in rulership. The Lord promised us rulership. The Lord promised us inheritance. He promised all that. What profited it to be a Jew? Much everything. So even on the bottom, it still profits us. If we're on the top, it profits us. No matter what way you look at it, you can turn the picture upside down, flip it over. You can do whatever you want to. The picture is going to be the same. The Israelites profit everything. You see what I'm saying?
That's right.
All right. Let's go to 16 and 17. It's the book of Exodus, chapter 32, verses 16 and 17 in the Hebrew. Wahalakath, Masha, Alhayam, Ma, Wahamakai Makatab, Alahawam, Salaki, Alahayam, Hawa'a, Karawath, Al, Halakath, verse 17. Wa Shemai, Yahweh Off, Kwal, Haim, Bara'ah, Wayamar, Al, Mashah, Kwal, Malakama, Wamakana.
So you want to get 15?
Did we not? I thought we already did 15.
Sir.
Okay, go ahead.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 32, verse 15, 16, and 17. And Moses turned and went down from the mount, and the two tables of the testimony were in his hand. The tables were written on both their sides. On the one side and on the other were they written. Verse 16. And the tables were
Hold on, stop right there. So Moses is coming down off of the mountain, right? He's got the tablets of testimony in his hand. Where does it say anything about 10? Where does it say anything about 10 laws? And we got like reading is fundamental, as they say, right? Okay. And you got to pay attention of that which you read. Nowhere on there says anything about 10 commandments. It says he came down with 2 tablets. Now, what we do understand in the world, when they show these movies and stuff like that, they show Charlton Heston coming out the mountain with these tablets in his hand, and it's got these 10 laws on it. Nowhere in the Bible you gonna find that. It's nowhere in the Bible. Christianity is for those that don't know. For those that don't understand, Christianity is a doctrine. It is almost a philosophy. You know what I mean? It doesn't root itself in the Bible at all. Well, I'll say this. It partly roots itself in the Bible because it grew out of the Bible, but it doesn't include the things in the Bible. Does that make sense?
Like a board game.
Right, there you go. It's not really real. You know what I'm saying? It's just that. If I take this Bible and I make a Monopoly game out of it, you only gonna get bits and pieces. You don't understand exactly what's going on. You know what I mean?
It's not real business. It's not actually getting paid.
Right.
Your motels you don't really own.
Which is America in itself, right? There is no American. I'm sidebar real quick. There is no American when you think about it, right? Everybody came over here, and the land was named. Do we name ourselves after dirt? We don't do that, right? You come from a man. You come from a man through a woman. For all our simple people out there, you come from a man through a woman. All right. For more context on that, you can call up Isupk. But I lost my train of thought. What was I talking about? Where we at again? You said about the board game? And I was saying American. There is no American, right? There's no such thing as an American. It is a title, a construct that was made by a man. It's a thing on a piece of paper, right? That America even exists. This is everything that this oppressor makes is on paper. It's not ordained by it's not ordained by God in the least. You see what I'm saying? America is you can find it somewhere where America truly is a corporation, as you have heard from other people. It is a piece of paper somewhere that has been signed by people and stamped, and somehow that stamp makes it this legal document. But at the end of the day, nothing is a legal document unless you have a military force to enforce it. Like that is really truly what it is. Because it's basically like it's America because I say so. Who's gonna say otherwise? I got a military behind me if you got a problem with it. Like every other the scriptures say they seek to part my lands. This is what that is. All the land on the planet is the Lord's. And guess what? He left it to us. You see what I'm saying? But the devil comes to and fro to seek who he may devour. You see what I'm saying? And that's what he did. When it says hell has enlarged herself, that is just the so-called white man expanding his kingdom on the earth. Because hell is a condition. It's not a place you go. You don't have to wait for your death to have heaven or hell. You're in hell right now as a so-called black man, Hispanic man, and Native Indian. All right. Go ahead. Keep going.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 32, verse 16 and 17 in the English. And the tables were the work of God, and the writing was the writing of God, graven upon the tables. At verse 17, and when Joshua heard the noise of the people as they shouted, he said unto Moses, there is a noise of war in the camp.
So when we talk about the tablets, they didn't have 10. It had a bunch of laws on there. Now there was some commandments and laws made over time, but it had everything on there. Like, I'll explain it like this. The reason the law is the breath of life and everything like that. Anything you get, like if you go to the store, you buy a couch that is not to put it together without reading the instructions. You can do that, right? And you get the couch together and it looks together, but you got 10 or 11 screws sitting over here, right? Like, wait a minute, where was that supposed to go? Then you find out a week later, oh, that's where it was supposed to go when you're sitting on the floor. You see what I'm saying? So you can try life on your own, you can do that. But the Lord's like, I'm leaving you the instruction manual. I'm not going to sit you up here and just put you out here. I'm giving you the instruction manual. But it's on you to read the instruction manual. Like with anything else, a car, you got a big, thick instruction manual in the glove compartment. I know, like most people, I ain't reading that whole thing. But I do need to know the basics at least, right? That the oil needs to be changed. I might need to check. How many people check transmission fluid? That you check it. Most of you don't even think about it, right? What else? Air filter. Nobody thinks about the air filter for the most part. You know what I'm saying? That's something you overlook, right? But that's the same thing in the law. You'll overlook not eating pork. Why? Because it's so simple. It's so small. So you smacking on pork chops, thinking because you still alive and your life is good, you live in a 5-story house, you got a Lamborghini, and you got all of this stuff. Life is good, as Future would say. You know, life is good. You know, you think life is good, not knowing that there's going to be a brick wall that's going to smack you in the face at the end of the day. Yeah, Diddy, right? One day you just wake up and the cops is raiding your baby oil stash. You know what I'm saying? And you going in the back of a paddy wagon. And because you didn't want to read the instruction manual. So now all these screws are sitting over here and you're like, where do they go? Because you've been trying to do it yourself. And because you were getting the couch together and you were putting it up and it was coming together, you smart. You wise in your own conceit. Can you get that for me? You wise in your own conceit, right? You like, and your wife is over here like, you should read the instruction manual. But as most men, I don't need no instruction manual. I know how to put together stuff.
That's people who know
right?
what they're doing.
Right? So we're like, so the Israelites is over here like, you should read the laws. You should learn the laws. But like a man that beats his chest, I don't need to learn no laws. I know how to live. I know how to, I'm a man. I'm an alpha. Right? To this day, look, I'm gonna give my disclaimer on that. If you have to say you're an alpha, you're not an alpha. Alphas don't, they just do, right? At the end of the day. I can't tell you how many people I done ran into. You know I'm an alpha. You gotta convince me? You gotta convince me of that? I mean, that's crazy. I never try to convince somebody of who I am. I am who I am. Like the Lord said, I am who I am. You know what I'm saying? I don't gotta prove myself to y'all. You know what I mean? So, you got it? All right, go ahead.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 26, verse 12. Seest thou a man wise in his own conceit?
So, you building the couch is coming together. Your wife is like, but you need to read the instructions. And you like, I don't need to read no instructions. I'm a man, you know what I'm saying? And look at the couch. So a man is wise in his own deceit because the couch is coming together. Is that, go ahead.
Call a concert. There is more hope of a fool than of him.
A fool is better than a man that's wise in his own conceit. That's a tough scripture. Like you should highlight that scripture because you're gonna run into a lot of brothers out in the world that's gonna tell you what is when you know what is. Never think like if you're here in the UPK and you understand this Bible, you understand how it's to be read, you understand the understandings of it, the wisdom of it. Don't ever let no man sit there and try to tell you what is. People like that, I just let them talk. Oh yeah, brother. Dang, for real? So I don't know if y'all saw my post on Facebook. Well, he started talking about there's a square. You see in the world, there's a square here, and then there's a square here. And you look in the cosmos, it's squares. And the squares, I'd be like, yeah, squares, brother. Squares. He's absolutely right. And then at the end of it, when he's through, brother, you probably should stop smoking them drugs. Just a thought. Just a thought. So you can be wise in your own conceit, but at the end of it, the screws is gonna be sitting here, and you sitting on the couch all week, and you got your chest stuck out, and your wife, she's over here worried because she knows you. She knows that this nigga right here. And one day y'all watching you say, let's watch a movie, and you've been laying on the couch the whole week, and she comes to lay with you, and boom, the couch falls. And then you figure, and then you look, oh, that's where those screws went. And your wife is looking at you like, this nigga right here. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord looks at us like, these niggas right here just won't get it. I've laid out to them, don't eat the pork. Don't sleep with women of another nation. Don't put away your wife. Don't do this. Don't do that. Because you gonna gain all of this. You gonna have all of that. And they just refuse to do it. So that's with the Lord. A fool is better than a man that's conceited in his own wisdom.
So like,
Go ahead.
It's crazy because like you have the ability to inherit the entire kingdom of heaven, all the things that the Most High has set out for you, and you will miss out on that for something as simple as eating shrimp. For
something as simple as that. For something as simple as going to Sabbath service on the wrong day. And that in itself, like Christianity, they go on Sunday, but you got some Israelites out here that pick the Sabbath day. Like you just, I'm gonna do my Sabbath day on Tuesday. I'm gonna do mine on Wednesday. Like, do you see how the madness is? How can you be one body and you doing stuff on different days? And the pure madness of it. I'm not gonna sit up and call them fake Israelites because you're an Israelite by blood, but you are an off Israelite. You are as the scripture would say, not all Israel is Israel, right?
Backslide.
Right. There you go. All right. That was 16?
That was 17.
So that was 17?
Okay.
Did I read 18?
Last.
Okay. We get 18 and 19 in the Hebrew. So book of Exodus chapter 32 verses 18 and 19 in the Hebrew. Wayamar, a young, Anawath, Gabarah, Wayan, Kuwal, Anawath, Kalashah, Kuwal, Anawath, Anikaya, Mashai, Shammai. Verse 19. Wayaya, Kashar, Karab, Al, Makanah, Karab, Al, Agal, Umakalah, Wayakar, Apayah, Salakia, Apa, Mashah, Wayshalak, Madawa, Oth, Halakath, Washabar, Atham, Takath, Hahar.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 32, verse 18 and 19 in English. And he said, "It is not the voice of them that shout for mastery, neither is the voice of them that cry for being overcome, but the noise of them that sing do I hear." Verse 19. And it came to pass, as soon as he came nigh unto the camp, they saw the calf and the dancing. And Moses' anger waxed hot, and he cast the tablets out of his hand and brake them beneath the mount.
So Moses is up here on the mountain begging the Lord. It's like, he's up here begging the Lord, please, Lord, let him make it. Just let him make it. It's like the fella that can't fight. You know what I'm saying? And he can't fight, but he's picking fights with everybody. But he's got a homeboy that can throw them hands, and his homeboy always gotta come and be like, "Hey man, don't whoop his ass, man. Like, come on, man, just let him make it. Like, let him make it. This is Moses right now, like with the Lord. Like, let him make it, man. He don't know. He just don't get it. But his homeboy keep on picking the fight. No, don't talk to him. No, this nigga can't whoop my ass. When everybody's standing there, no, he gonna whoop your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, the joke is on you because, again, you wise in your own conceit. You know what I'm saying? So the children of Israel down there, they done made a golden calf. They like I say, I don't know how you can go through a whole sea with the fish swimming around you, and you still don't believe in the Most High God. That's wild to me. And you still picking at the Lord, because that's what this is. That's picking at the Lord. You done made a golden calf. Now you down there celebrating to it. You probably doing all kinds of crazy stuff. You know how we get down. You know what I'm saying? A house party or something like that. You got us in a club, we get one way, but you get us a house party. Hey man, it's going down. It's going down. You know what I'm saying? You might see all kinds of stuff. So yeah. Moses is coming back. Think about it. Moses been up on a mountain. Like, first of all, he had to climb the mountain. Now he coming down off the mountain. He like, what's that? That's like your parents coming home and start hearing some music coming from the crib. What's that I heard? And you walk in.
See, God knows what.
Oh man, you walk in. Think about it. Your house is trashed. There's all these strangers in your house. You like, man, what's going on? So this is how Moses is coming out the mountain. Like, what's going on, man? And he's angry. And rightfully so, he should be angry. You know what I mean? And the Lord's probably standing there like, the Lord is like the one that's been trying to tell you, and now you've been begging and pleading, but now you done caught him. And so he's, hey, I told you. But you wanted to beg me, right? So Moses is seeing it for himself, but now Moses got to check some people. And back then, you didn't want to get checked, because back then it might cost you your life. You know what I mean? At the end of that.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to move on. I'm going to go 20 and 21. So book of Exodus, chapter 32, verses 20 and 21 in the Hebrew. Wayukwak, Agal, Ashar, Ashwa, Wayasharap, Ba'ash, Wayatakan, Ad, Ashar, Dak, Wazar, Al, Yab, Amiyam, Wayashak, Banya, Yashala, verse 21, Wayamar, Masha, Aran, Ma, Ashah, Lakah, Ha'im, Azah, Kayah, Aba'ath, Ala Yukwa, Kata'ah, Gadalah.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 32, verse 20 and 21 in English. And he took the calf which they had made and burnt it in the fire, and ground it to powder and strawed it upon the water, and made the children of Israel drink it. Verse 21. And Moses said unto Aaron, what did this people unto thee, that thou hast brought so great a sin upon them?
So let me just put this in simple terms. Moses came in and grabbed the PS5 and took it in the backyard and threw it in the fire. You know what I'm saying? This is basically what he did. Moses took the car that your son just got bought, and he took it and ran it off a cliff. You know what I mean? And then he turns to Aaron like, yeah, nigga, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, I left you in charge, and you messed up, bro. Like, you messed up. I ought to sock you in your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like I left you in charge, and the kids almost burned down the crib. You know what I mean? Like, I've been out here. What we just like to say to our kids, man, I've been out here working and slaving all day, and this is how you repay me? You know what I'm saying? You come in, all the lights is on, the AC is on 68. You know what I'm saying? All the food in the fridge gone, ain't nothing to drink. You just bought groceries 2 days ago.
Got special ice.
Right. You come in, you like, man, this, woo. You know what I'm saying? I can tell you from experience with my kids, like, hey, man, we just bought groceries 2 days ago. I ain't even get no ice cream. You know what I'm saying? You know, you go to the fridge, you've been set on that ice cream. You was ready. You know what I'm saying? And you open up the freezer, you start digging.
Or you buy them their own ice cream,
bro.
Ain't yours.
Bro. This is how Moses is, man. Moses, like, man. Moses grabbed the PlayStation. He done kicked the door to the kids' room open. He done grabbed the PlayStation, the TV, snatched the phone out their hand. You know what I'm saying? and he done made a fire out in the backyard. They like, Daddy, what you doing? What you doing, Daddy? And the frantic, because Daddy, they see the fire, now they see Daddy holding the stuff. Didn't I tell you to clean that room up? I've been telling you clean that room up all week. I ain't had enough. This is how Moses is coming off this mountain. And then he turns to the oldest that he put in charge, Aaron. Didn't I leave you in charge? I did not tell you not to let them get in no trouble. Didn't I tell you? You got a phone, don't you? You got a cell phone? I know you got a cell phone because you pay for it. I know you do, right? And you didn't even at least call me to say, hey, man, they getting a little out of hand. They ain't listening to me. You didn't even do that. And because you in charge, like Israel is, that's why we get punished. I put it simple as that. That's why we're in captivity here in America. Because we were in charge and we didn't do what we were supposed to do. And because we didn't do what we were supposed to do, we catch the punishment. And just like my kids, I got 3 of them. I got to the point where, and maybe you can probably do with this. I be like, who did this? I don't know. Then you go to the next kid. I ain't do it. Next kid, I ain't do it. You know what? I tell y'all what. Since nobody know nothing, I'm punishing all of you. And that's the Lord. The Lord don't deal with individuals. All them prophets that warned what the Lord was going to do suffered the curse with them. Even though the prophets was doing the right thing. A lot of our people, the UPK, we doing the right thing, but we suffer right along with everybody else. Right. You see what I'm saying? Because the Lord is not a respecter of person. You in charge as a priest and prophet. So guess what? You can't get them right, you're going to suffer right with them. You're going to get a whooping like this belt going to tear you up just like everybody else. You're not going to escape it. So that's what's going on. You know, and I ain't even going to say it sucks. It's righteous. It's righteous because somebody got to stand up. Somebody got to get everybody right. Now, it's a responsibility that nobody wants. And that's why, you know, even throughout the scriptures, only a few do. Because as a whole, it's a responsibility that they don't, it's an accountability and a responsibility that nobody wants. But here's the key to it. The only responsibility you really have is to keep the law. That's it. Like if you can do that bare minimum, you'll be fine. And in keeping the law, when somebody comes around you that's not keeping the law, you'll tell them that's against the law. You'll check them on it. And then you'll tell them, hey man, I can't kick it with you. I can't hang with you. And they be like, why not, man? We used to kick it all the time. We used to get smoked out. We need to go, oh man, we used to remember the hoes? Right? You know what I'm saying? That's the part that always gets a lot of men when you bring up the women. Right? Because that's what the tool. We know the tools to use to get our homeboy to go to the club. Man, it's gonna be some hoes there. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be bopping. Yeah, it's $3. It's right. It's $3 drinks all night. You know what I'm saying? You know the buttons to push, but the Lord is like, who gonna stand for me? You got that one homeboy that's over there like, hey man, matter of fact, I ain't gonna say your homeboy. You got a brother that's over here like, man, you know we've been suffering here at the house, man. You know, you got that older brother that you ain't. He's like, man, my brother is square, man. He ain't. And your older brothers know you about to go to the club. Hey man, you know, mama and daddy been working hard, man, trying to make it. You finna go out there, man. We need that money. You got to go spend. And you over here like, nah, man, we finna get towed up tonight. Ah, man, hey, Keisha them down there waiting on me. I'm gonna get me some. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And the Lord is like, man, this nigga will not learn, bro. Stiff neck, like we read earlier. Stiff neck. Just won't listen. You know. And then after you done went out, you done partied and all of that, you gotta come back home. You know what I'm saying? You had problems. Your rent was due. Your bills was due. You smoked, but you still had to have that sack of weed. And you smoked, and you got high. You feel good. You did all the stuff you wanted to while you was high. Guess what? You came down. Your rent was still due. Your light bill was still due. Guess what? Your lights is off now. I know because why? I used to take cold showers. Yeah, because I didn't want to pay. I didn't want to pay the gas bill. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to pay the gas bill, so there was a consequence. No hot water. Then I got smart. I started boiling water. And now I'm taking baths. I ain't taking showers no more. You know what I'm saying? We all been there, man. We all suffer the same ways. That's what we got to understand as a nation of people. We all suffer the same ways. Why? Because when Moses comes out the mountain, we was doing what we wanted to do. We was being simple-minded. So you suffer the same things. You may suffer it a little differently than your brother. You know what I'm saying? He might have his lights cut off. I may have my water cut off. But it's still cut off at the end of the day. There's still something cut off that we need. And what we need to be is in rulership. And we're cut off from that because we don't want to do what the Lord wants us to do. Well, is that the end of it?
How much?
That was what? 21?
Okay.
Let me see. What was that? So yeah, okay. All right. So yeah, Moses is the big brother coming to Aaron to be like, man, you know what you just did, man? Daddy gonna come home and beat all of us. Like, what is? And that's basically what he's telling Aaron. Like, hey, man, you was in charge, bro. I was only out the house for 2 hours, man. How do you do all this in 2 hours? I'm telling you, that's how kids are, though. One day you'll probably experience that. You know, you don't want to leave the house. Like, I'll take my kids to my in-laws. I don't even want to leave them at the house. It's like this long. It takes this long for your house to burn down. Just that quick, your house, poof, gone. Because one of your kids wanted to, instead of putting the noodles in the microwave, they want, I heard on in TikTok, it's bad these microwave. I'm finna cook them. Your house gone. I told you not to use no stove. I told you don't do nothing. Nothing. What part of nothing don't you understand? You know what I'm saying?
I want to play with matches.
And matches.
Burn trees.
Right. I just wanted to light a candle. My room was stinky. Maybe you should grab some carpet fresh and use that vacuum that's been sitting outside your door for the whole week that your mama left there for you to clean your room. And for all of y'all out there, stop putting cologne over funk. You see what I'm saying? That's Israel. That's Israel. We were putting cologne over our funk. That's what the sin and sacrificing was. That was putting cologne over our funk. So then the Lord finally was like, hey man, y'all ain't fooling nobody. You didn't take no bath. You just threw some cologne on. So anyway, all right, let's move on. We're going to do 22 and 23. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 32, verses 22 and 23 in the Hebrew. Wayamar, Aran, Al, Yakar, Al, Adanayah, Ta, Yadai, Al, Haim, Kaya, Barah, Hawa'ah, verse 23. Waya Amarawah, Laya, Aisha, Lanua, Alahayam, Ashar, Yalakawa, Lapanya Nawa, Kaya, Za, Masha, Ha'ayash, Ashar, Halanawa, Marataza, Tazariyam, Ma'ad, Yadanawa, Ma, Haya, Lawa.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 32, verse 22 and 23 in English. And Aaron said, let not the anger of my Lord wax hot. Thou knowest the people, that they are set on mischief. Verse 23. For they said unto me.
Stop right there. Moses turned around and said, look, said to base, this is like the older brother saying to the parents, don't get mad. You know how they are. You know your kids. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you know they set on mischief. You know they be getting into stuff. While I was away talking to you, they got into some things. I told them not to go under the sink. Now they got to dishwashing detergent all over the floor. I told them not to mess with the crayons. Now it's stuff all over the walls. You know what I'm saying? You know how your kids are, they get into stuff. This is Moses to the Most High at this point. Go ahead.
Verse 23. For they said unto me, make us gods, which shall go before us. For as for this Moses, the man that brought us up out of the land of Egypt, we wot not what is become of him.
That's just us being who we are. That's people like your nature boy. You know what I'm saying? That's your polites, your stuff like that. You know, where they talking about make us God. I am God. You know what I mean? The woman is God. You God. Right. We all God. You know what I'm saying? Like I bet Moses was just sitting up here like, why us, man? why you pick us? Like these people are so messed up. You know what I'm saying? Because we're not messed up just because. We're messed up because low key we want to be in charge, but we want to be in charge our way. Like when you really think about our people, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we stay divided because somebody wants to be in charge all the time. We all want to be in charge. We all want to do things our way and stuff like that. So we stay divided. And then we look to fools like Martin Luther King, you know, the Prophet Muhammad, who else? Ali. We look to fools that don't know nothing about nothing. That we're so hard up. We look for what does Cardi B have to say about it. Like that. I mean, really. Remember back when Trump and all was first in office, and then they, it was a whole bunch of political questions, and they asked Cardi B, well, I think this, and I think, who cares what you think? You rap, and you can't even make good decisions about your body. You go and get surgery done. You know what I mean? Like that. Anybody that does that, man, like I look at you crazy that you wouldn't change your body.
So like if I make sure all that money they spend to get the BBL, they can spend $10 a month, try to fitness or shit. Go work out.
They're not gonna get that. No, they don't even have to do that. They can get a personal trainer with all the money they have. You see what I'm saying? But regardless of that, they don't even understand how beautiful they are once they get the money. Like in this society, think about it. You can be the ugliest brother on the planet. You could, but let you become a multimillionaire. And tell me where I'm lying at. You could become a prime example. And some of y'all gonna hate me for it. What's his name? That came from Colorado. Now he's in Jacksonville. Travis Hunter.
I see why he ain't go to parties.
I'm just saying. Did you see the video where he was dancing behind her?
And when
he looked like Shanae, man.
Yeah, that's what I said. I see why he ain't go to no parties.
So, like I say, I mean, if in this, and I thank the Most High because that I wasn't a millionaire because I never would have learned the truth because I would have had to beat women back with a stick. You know what I'm saying? Literally. Once you become rich when you're a man and you become rich, you learn how it is to be an average woman. Let that sink in. Did that sink in? Let it sink in. Do you know what I mean? An average woman can get a man anytime. An average woman, right? can get a man at any time. Think about an above average woman, like your Beyonce, somebody like that. Like, they choose for the most part. Why? Because men, for the most part, are thirsty. You know what I mean? Not in the UPK, we're not, but in the world, we're thirsty. So a man who becomes successful and famous and is multimillionaire, he knows what it is to be a woman as far as that, because women are coming at him left and right. That's why I don't understand how their wives get mad, right? Like, they getting pressured every day. Their wives should know how it is because they get pressed every day. Now the man is getting pressed every single day. And we ain't talking about he's getting pressed by just no ordinary chick. He's getting pressed by 8s, 9s, 10s every single day. I'm sorry, but as a man, think about it. You coming up, junior high, high school, you've been chasing. Now you being chased to the point where, like, they coming out the woodworks. That's tough. That's tough. You gotta really ask yourself, can I really say no? You got a woman standing there cold as, I'm not really a Beyonce person myself. I'm a Kelly Rowland. Yeah. So you got somebody that's standing there basically offering themselves. Like, you don't even have to shoot no game. They just offering themselves. So yeah. Anyway, I don't want to get too far off, but that's how it is. All right. What verse was that?
That was 23.
Did we do 24 or no?
Last.
For the okay. All right. So get verses 24 and 25. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 32, verses 24 and 25 in the Hebrew. Wayamar laham lamaya zahar hatapo rakawa wayatanawa laya wamalakai wa ba'ash wayataza'a hayagal hazah. Verse 25. Wayara'ah Masha Af Ha'aim Kaya Para Hawa'a Kaya Para Aran Lashimataza Bakuma Yaham.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 32, verse 24 and 25 in the English. And I said unto them, whosoever hath any gold, let them break it off. So they gave it me. Then I cast it into the fire, and there came out this calf. Verse 25. And when Moses saw that the people were naked, for Aaron had made them naked unto their shame among their enemies.
So they just partied. They just living it up. They out there full blown orgy. They having a Diddy party. They having a Diddy party. They having a freak off. Yeah, they having a freak off. And Moses is questioning Aaron, like, what the heck is going on there? And he say, they came to me talking about making a god. I said, giving it gold, we made the calf, man. We got it going. You know what I'm saying? We got it popping out of this thing. You know? You know? Next thing I know, somebody showed up with some baby oil. I mean, Moses is like, look, and I say this all the time. Moses is looking at Aaron like, nigga, do you know what I just did up on this mountain? Do you know who this is right now? You know what I'm saying? Do you know who's finna come and check all of us? Like, do you know you have just killed us? It's like the brother you done gave when you was in the world. You done gave him a bag of weed because you gonna sell it, and you come to get your bag of weed. He done smoked it all. Nigga, do you know whose weed that was? Do you know you just killed us? What is on Friday? Like, where's my money? Count my money. Either you have my weed or my money. You know what I'm saying?
No, we do it.
You've been smoking my. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this is this and like Smokey, Aaron is over here trying to explain. Nigga, they came to me talking about making gods, and they gave me some gold. We made the cat. Nigga, you know what I'm saying? We got high. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, right? You know, we was talking about our problems. You know, Greg, right? He got fired from his job. Moses like, what the heck does that got to do with me? Do you know who man this was? We about to die. Like, this is, Moses is in a frantic, like, man, I just beg for y'all's life, man. Just beg for y'all's life. And y'all down there having a Diddy party, man. Look at this nigga's naked. You know what I'm saying? He's high on his gourd right now. You know? And Aaron's over here niggas playing it. That's what I call it. He trying to explain it away. And Moses being the devout man that he is, like, bro, nah. Give me the keys to the car. You can't drive the car no more. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, you can't leave the house no more till the end of the school year. You know what I'm saying? You grounded. You know what I mean? And before I even ground you, I'm about to put this belt on you. You know what I'm saying?
You can't escape the belt.
Yeah, you can't escape the belt. Not no Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian household. You can't. The belt is coming. You know what I'm saying? All right, let me move on. What was it, 26 and 27? Okay, all right. This book of Exodus, chapter 32, verses 26 and 27 in the Hebrew. Wayamad, Mashah, Masha'ar, Hamakana, Wayamar, Maya, Layawa, Aliyah, Wayasapawa, Aliwa, Ka, Banya, Loya, verse 27. Wayamar, Laham, Ka, Amar, Yahweh, Alahaya, Yasha'ala, Shemawa, Ayash, Karawa, Al, Yerikawa, Abawa, Washawabawa, Mashar, Lashar, Bamakana, Waragawa, Ayash, Oth, Akayawa, Wayash, Oth, Rayahawa, Wayash, Oth, Karabawa.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 32, verse 26 and 27 in the English. Then Moses stood in the gate of the camp and said, "Who is on the Lord's side? Let him come unto me." And all the sons of Levi gathered themselves together unto him. Verse 27. And he said unto them, "Thus saith the Lord God of Israel, put every man his sword by his side, and go in and out from gate to gate throughout the camp, and slay every man his brother, and every man his companion, and every man his neighbor."
So the Isupk is standing at the door. You see what I'm saying? Saying who gonna fight for the Lord, right? Like this, Moses is basically standing there saying, you know, who gonna fight for the Lord? Who's on the Lord's side? Who ain't with this Diddy stuff? You know what I'm saying? And that's like the UPK is who's on the Lord's side. When we go out on them corners, who's on the Lord's side? And then Yahushua comes back and says, now we got the soldiers. Go get them. Go get everybody. Go get the ones that's not on the Lord's side. And that's what Moses is saying. Hey man, who on the Lord's side? And then you got these brothers that I told them not to do it. You got that one child. I kept telling them that we was gonna get in trouble. You got that one. You always got that one child. Daddy, I told him not to do it. I told him not to do it. You know what I'm saying? I just want you to know I ain't had nothing to do with none of this. So now these brothers is coming to Moses, and Moses says, "Pick up your sword." They're like, "Okay, Moses, we got the sword. Go kill everybody that wasn't on the Lord's side." These brothers look at each other. Damn. Hi, bet. You know what I'm saying? And then the killing commenced. I mean, that's the Lord. Like a lot of people don't understand. Like, because we're in grace, in a grace period, your lights don't get cut off. In a grace period, you don't get evicted from your apartment or your house, right? In a grace period, you don't feel the heat. You see what I'm saying? But a grace period has a beginning and it has an end. And because we're not aware of the end, we should take that grace period and do something with it. Get your money together to pay the light bill. Get your money together to pay your rent. Get your money together and pay your car payment. You know what I'm saying? Because unlike a grace period in the world that you know the beginning, you know the end, when you have to have the money by, we don't know when we need the money by. We could step outside right now and the grace period just be over, and next thing you know, the Lord's standing in front of you like, yeah, nigga, I'm here. Yeah, nigga, now what? Yeah. Remember you said you was going to stop smoking weed? Too late. Head chopped off. Just that quick. Cause I mean, when you read the scriptures, it say, man, within an hour. You know how big the world is? You know how fast that is? Within an hour? It take me an hour to get home from here. You see what I'm saying? Within an hour, the whole world.
It takes several hundred hours to travel around the world.
Right? Exactly. But we talking about within an hour, death. To the point that the blood is going to be so high, it comes up to the bottom of your garments. You know how much blood that is? That's a lot of killing, bro. That's a lot of killing. And it's going to be just like that. Go ahead.
So like that just shows you how being on one accord, how fast you can get stuff done.
Right. That's excellent. And it also shows you being on one accord, how quickly you can mess things up. Because that's what we did as a nation. That's what Aaron saw coming off the mountain. They was all on one accord. They was all on one accord with the baby oil, spraying it all in their hair, getting everybody all oiled up. And here's Aaron, like Aaron's living it up, and then it's like one of them sitcoms. Aaron's over here just partying, yeah. Hey, I see you, and he turns around. Oh shit, man. Like, oh man.
Wouldn't be Moses.
Right. Yeah. That's how it is, man. As quickly as you can be on one accord and get something done, as quickly as you can crumble it too. And that's why we are in captivity here in America. That's why we were in captivity in Egypt. No, I take that back. We were not in captivity in Egypt because of that. We were in captivity in Egypt because of a wicked Pharaoh. But after we came out of Egypt, we were in every other captivity because of our one accord to do the things against the Lord. You see what I'm saying? Why? Because we saw the party. We saw every other nation, and we man, they look like they having fun over there. You know what I mean? So then we go to Jamaica, and our woman's getting rubbed down by another brother on the I gotta put it where you can where it just hits home with you. You see what I'm saying? Now you watching this craziness. That's how the Lord looking at us. Like, man, what are you doing over here, man? What is really going on? You know? Now we gotta watch our brothers and sisters out in Philly looking like zombies on the street. You know what I'm saying? We gotta watch our brothers and sisters well, it's not even just in San Francisco no more. You can go downtown Dallas right now and see a brother with a skirt on, you know, with some booty shorts on, you know, switching like a girl. You know what I'm saying? Because of our wickedness. Nobody could ever say. I remember I watched and I don't want to get too far, but I remember Captain Tazariak talking to Sinetta, and Sinetta like, if God knows what is going to be done, why would he do that? Like, why would he make it this way? Why would he do this? And why would you're too focused on what God is doing, and you're not focused on what we should be doing. Don't blame God because he knew what we were going to do. He was hoping that we wouldn't do it. We have the option to do it or not do it. He just knows by how we are that more than likely we're going to do it. So don't try to blame God just because he has the forethought, he has the knowledge, right? You always have to blame you. You can't take accountability off of yourself. You can't do it. And that's why Aaron here was trying to explain it away. Well, they said they wanted to be gods, and they wanted to, and I told them, yeah, no. Moses like, man, you just doomed us all, bro. All right, was that the end of that one?
Okay.
That was both verses?
That was 26 and 27.
Okay.
Yeah.
Get 28 and 29. It's the book of Exodus, chapter 32, verses 28 and 29 in the Hebrew. And I think we'll probably get one or two more in this. This is the book of Exodus chapter 32, verses 28 and 29 in the Hebrew. Whereas Shawah, Banyah, Loyah, Kadabar, Mashah, Wayapal, Man, Haim, Bayawam, Hawa, Kashala Shah, Alabayah, Ayash, verse 29. Wayamar, Mashah, Mala'awa, Yadakam, Hayawam, Layahawa, Kaya, Ayash, Wabanawa, Wabakayawa, Walatath, Ala Yakam, Hayawam, Waraka.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 32, verse 28 and 29 in the English. And the children of Levi did according to the word of Moses. And there fell of the people that day about 3,000 men. Verse 29. For Moses had said, consecrate yourselves today to the Lord, even every man upon his son and upon his brother, that he may bestow upon you a blessing this day.
Listen, them Levites, them so-called Haitian brothers, they obeyed Moses. They obeyed the Lord and put down about 3,000 men. Them 3,000 men were just an example. I bet the rest of the nation saw these 3,000 men getting cut down, and they were like, hey, whatever you want. Whatever you need us to do, just don't let us be like them. Dang. Like I like you sitting there. This is back in the time where it was swords, with no guns, Well, no, you just pop off. You sitting there watching a man get hacked to death. You know what I'm saying? Sword might be sharp and might not. You sitting there watching them get hacked to death. 3,000 men. You know what I'm saying? So now they want to play ball. Now they want to act right. And that's how, like with kids, you can put the belt to them, and what do? Scream out, I'm going to do it again. Till you can't breathe no more, right? I think a lot of us have been there. I know I was there. I used to be a track star. You couldn't tell me, don't you run. It's going to be worse. How is it going to be worse? I'm finna take a whooping. I at least make you work for it. You know what I'm saying?
Tire him out a little bit.
Hey, I was a track star. Hey, but let me tell you, it was worse.
You ever grabbed the belt?
It was worse. Because you can bring an anger out of them. You can bring an anger out of somebody that it gets ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Take that whooping. You know what I'm saying? Take that checking, take all of that. But yeah, the problem with our nation, we mean well, but we don't apply well. We say things, but we talk the talk, but we don't walk the walk. You know what I'm saying? That's just like in here. We have a lot of people that check in with us. We have a lot of people that come and say y'all are right. We have a lot of people say, I know I'm an Israelite, but you don't walk the walk.
Right.
You don't come and do the work. You don't come to the class. You don't you don't do this. You don't do that. It and that's why the Most High gets tired of us, because back when we sacrificed, all we did was sin and sacrifice. Sin and sacrifice. Sin and sacrifice. Like, he's sitting there waiting to see if you're truly sorry. Like, when are you going to actually be sorry for what you're doing? Because you keep going back and doing the same thing. So that's why we're in captivity in America, because we kept going back doing the same thing. And we're doing the same thing to this day. And it won't be until the Lord comes back that those of us that are not doing the same thing will be set up in rulership, and we are going to force everybody to do the right thing.
Come on, right.
But let me move on. That was 28 and 29.
Come on.
All right, I'm gonna get 30 and 31, and we gonna end this thing. All right, Book of Exodus, chapter 32, verses 30 and 31 in the Hebrew. Wayaya, Mama Karath, Wayamar, Masha, Al, Ha'im, Atam, Kata Atam, Kata'a, Gadala, Wata, Allah, Al, Yahweh, Awala, Akapara, Ba'ad, Hata'a, the come, verse 31, Washa, Masha, Al, Yahweh, Wayamar, Ana, Kata, Ha'im, Hazah, Kata'a, Gadala, Waishawa, Laham, Alaya, Zahab.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 32, verse 30 and 31 in the English. And it came to pass on the morrow that Moses said unto the people, Ye have sinned a great sin, and now I will go up unto the Lord. Peradventure, I shall make an atonement for your sin. Verse 31. And Moses returned unto the Lord and said, Oh, this people have sinned a great sin, and have made them.
Man, y'all done messed up, and now I gotta go clean up the mess. He's like, man, now I gotta go up here, and I gotta be an advocate for y'all to keep us from all dying. And he's just being a good brother. He loves his people. He done fought for them, got them out of the land of Egypt, and they still did what they did, and he's still staying true to them, and he's still staying true to the Lord. You know what I'm saying? And so he's like, man, I gotta go and I gotta beg for y'all again. I gotta atone for y'all. But I'm willing to do it. Moses at any time could be like, man, y'all lost cause, man. Like, I'm done with y'all, man. He could be like some of your family members, like, man, move across the country and you never hear from him again. You know what I mean? He could be like that. But Moses is like, nah, man, I'm here, man. I said I'm here for y'all. The Lord wanted me to be here for y'all. I'm 100. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be that till the day I die. All right. That was 31.
Oh God.
So we're on 32.
God.
Y'all mind if we go ahead and finish this out?
Wow, sir.
All right, let's go ahead and finish it out. We can get 32 and 33. This is Book of Exodus, chapter 32, verse 33, or 32 and 33 in the Hebrew. Wa'itha tasha kata'atam wa'am ayam makanaya na'a matabarak ashar katabath. Verse 33, Wayamar, Yahweh, Masha, Maya, Ayash, Salakia, Ashar, Kata'a, Laya, Amakanawa, Matabaraya. I'm going to go ahead and get verse 34. Waytha, Lakad, Nakad, Oth, Ha'im, Ashar, Dabarataya, Laka, Hana, Malakaya.
This is the book of
No,
Exodus.
hold on. I'm not finished. Lapanyaak, Waba Yawam, Lakwadaya, Wapa Koda, Salaki. Wapa Kodaya, Alaham, Kata Atam. I'm going to go ahead and finish it out. Verse 35. Where you got Yahweh, Oth, Ha'im, Ashar, Ashwa, Oth, Hayagal, Ashar, Ashar, Aharon. So that's 30, what was it? 32 through 35? Yeah.
Okay.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 32, verse 32 through 35. Yet now if thou wilt forgive their sin, and if not, blot me, I pray thee, out of thy book which thou hast written 10. Verse 33. And the Lord said unto Moses, whosoever hath sinned against me, him I will blot out of my book. Verse 34. Therefore now go, lead the people unto the place which I have spoken unto thee. Behold, mine angel shall go before thee. Nevertheless, in the day when I visit, I will visit their sin upon them. Verse 35. And the Lord plagued the people because they made the calf which Aaron made.
So Moses is like, Lord, don't punish me. Don't get me. Lord, like, you ain't gotta worry about nothing. You know what I'm saying? Moses is basically like, hey man, don't write me off. We say that a lot now. Man, don't write me off. So that's what he's saying to the Lord. Hey, don't write me off. Don't forget about me. Don't do, all this. And the Lord is like, man, you ain't gotta worry about that, Moses. I know what you done. You know what I'm saying? I know you didn't take my weed. You know what I'm saying? I know you didn't take my drugs. I ain't gonna kill you. And I'm just putting that in terms that some of us understand in the best way I know how to say it. But yeah, he's basically saying, man, you ain't gotta worry about it. I know who you are, Moses. I'm gonna get those that sin. I'm gonna get individuals. Don't worry. It's like your body that has cancer. We trying to get just that off of you. Ain't gonna kill the whole body. You know what I'm saying? If you got some kind of deal, you might get your arm cut off or something like that. So you don't have to worry about you dying. And that's how we have to do here when we build this nation. There's those around us that would seek to, how can I say it? Their mindset is not the Lord's mindset. And when you find that their mindset is not the Lord's mindset, that's why we have laws about they cannot be in the congregation. You know what I'm saying? They have to be set without the congregation. Because if you allow them to stay, it will start to spread like a disease. Because then another brother will start thinking along his lines, and another brother his line. And then next thing you know, you got a bunch of brothers and sisters thinking one way while the body is thinking the right way, the Lord's way. So you can't allow that to happen because you will bring down the whole body. So you have to cut them out. You know, you have to bid them shalom, you know, and hope that they get their mind right. So the Lord's like, I know where your mind is. I know where your heart is, you know. So don't worry about it. I'm going to punish those that sinned against me. And that's a simple answer. We suffer as a nation because as a whole we sinned, and those that stood by and allowed it to happen, we have to suffer with them, you know. But at the end of the day, the Lord comes back. He knows who's what. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I think that's going to end this. We are in chapter 33 after this. So next week we'll do chapter 33. Officer Shayala should be back. Any questions? Any questions from anybody online? You do? You don't? No, I got online right there.
You check Facebook.
Oh, okay. I forgot this is all
I don't understand why it's not working.
YouTube. I don't understand either. But it tells you that it was kind of like that with the other platform.
Facebook. Something to do with our Facebook account.
Gotcha.
I'm guessing.
Gotcha.
No, just check-ins on there.
Okay. All right. Do we have any
No, check-ins.
do you have like the security announcements? Or no?
I know you got it.
Call, sir.
Okay. We'll do the
Do that after prayer.
we'll do that we'll do it after the prayer. We'll do the security announcements after the prayer. All right. Everybody stand, face the east. So Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abinau. Shabbat Shemayim. Dash. Ayah. Yahweh. Malak. Abah. Matzkah. Ayah. Aisha. Baratza. Tuah. Ayah. Shemayim. Kanino. Become. Call. Yuam. Wasalakno. Kawawabno. Kasalakno. Kawawabno. Wala'a. Abiyano. Vanasa Yuam. Abba. Hashanawah. Mayan. Ra. Ayah. Ka. Malakwa. Wa'ala. Atapara. La'alam. Aman.
This Lord's Prayer in English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. And forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it.
The power in the Hebrew. Yahweh. Hashem. Yahushua.
This is the power in English. Lord, in the name of Yahushua, please give us the power. The power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the leper. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. To cast them out in the name of Yahushua. Thank you, so be it.
Turn it over to priest. Salah.
We don't do the security announcements after the Sabbath service. It's supposed to be just on the class day.
Oh, just class?
Yeah,
okay,
Sabbath service is separate from regular classes.
Okay, my bad. All right, Shalom, Israel. We're going to end this thing.
Shalom.
Yeah, Babylon is falling to rise no more. Babylon is falling to rise no more. Falling to rise no more. To rise no more. I'm taking a look in the streets. It's real every day what I see. We constantly searching for peace. My people just wanna be free. We tired of the cell blocks and the